Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. On this month, we're going to do the plan with me for September 2020. But first, we're going to just do a little quick walkthrough of the last month. If you remember, we did a little camping theme, which was fun, but it was a lot of work. And then, I filled in a lot of music, not a lot of movies. Started playing Dead by Daylight, did good on some of my trackers, and then, did not fill in a whole bunch of stuff, because what's going on in life right now? I did get some new shoes though, they were really cute. Alright, September's theme, I had you guys vote on it on Instagram and on Facebook. And I got an overwhelming response of an 80s, 90s theme. For reference, something like Saved by the Bell, like their whole opening number. So that's what I did. I have Sharpie paint pens that I'm using for the first time. And I actually ended up really liking them. They colored in well and I didn't feel like they were going to rip through the page. And then the yellow and the mint green, which are the last two colors that I use, are the new Archer&Olive Acrylograph paint pens. I do plan on doing a whole video review of them, so I'm not going to say a lot about them now, but they are also getting used as well. So first I penciled in everything, because you don't want to see me freehand this and then also color it in and then also outline it. It would be a lot. And then I went through and colored everything in with these pretty pastel colors. And it does take a lot longer to color in with the paint marker, but the quality of the color is beautiful. It's really like opaque. And then on some of them I went through and did little lines on them, and then some I like half outlined, or I did a shadow. It was just different for every shape, just to switch it up a little bit. And then behind all of the triangles and circles and little bars and stuff that I did a black and white, kind of unfinished, unclosed off checkerboard pattern, not checkerboard, but just like black lines with white boxes. And then I did sort of a weird like 80s type font. It's what I kept seeing on things and I liked the way it looked. It's almost reminded me of like an 80s slasher film font or something, but I don't know. I thought it looked cool and it was pretty easy to do. Alright, as usual, the next page is my full calendar spread. And I did 4 of the shapes from the original page on the side as my trackers for social media. And then I did a bunch of different shapes at the top that you'll see later. I'm going to write the days of the week over. The calendar, I also did the same kind of unfinished black and white. I'm not sure what to call it, but the black and white board that I did from the front page is going to be carried through, as well as all of the shapes and the colors, so you'll see that as we go along. I'm also using a UniPOSCA paint pen for a lot of the black detailing too. I forgot to mention that on the first page, but everything will be in the description box. And now we just fill in the dates as we do. There was a moment where I thought that I skipped a day or forgot a day, but yeah, I had to go back and count. Alright, next page is my trackers. I've been tracking my morning skincare and night skincare, trying to like keep a routine going, as well as trying to hydrate myself. It's not going great. And then my exercise tracker is really just every day that I meet all of my move goals on my Apple Watch, and then a couple other things at the bottom there. I did the same, still don't know what to call it, pattern for all of my trackers, and I'm going to go back through and erase all of the numbers. I'm going to try to do it without numbers this month, but I think it looks cute like that. The next page was an extra page I had, so I decided to do a brain dump. So I'm going to just have a page where I can write down anything I'm thinking about for really any of my creative ideas. I've been doing a lot of like painting and stuff like that, so maybe I'll write that there or whatever I'm going to post to social media. Also guys, these colors, they're much brighter in person. So if you go to my Instagram, I will definitely post a picture and you can see it a little bit better. But in the rendering and the color change, they just got a little bit more pale. They're a little less pastel than this. My next two pages are my faves and memories pages. My faves page is where I write down like any new songs I find during the month, or any books I read, games I play that I really like, just stuff that I want to like write down so I can remember it. And also, you know, listening to a song brings you back, if you're like me, it brings you back to the time when you found it and like the feeling that you had at that time. So it's just a really nice little moment to capture it. And then my memories page, I usually just post pictures of things that I did during the month. The last month I posted a couple pictures of art that I was working on, but it's not finished yet. But I continued the confetti and the colors through it. And the last is my layout, my weekly layout. I'm doing another Dutch doors, but I'm doing it a little bit differently this time. So I counted out all my pages ahead of time. And then I'm going to do a design on the outside border of each page with all of the shapes and stuff from the rest of the theme for the month. And then I'm going to do a horizontal layout with it. And I already cut the pages, as you saw. And then I like to just keep the extra as scrap in the back, just because this particular journal, the pages are kind of an off-white, and you can't really fix the mistakes with white gel pens or whiteout or something. So I just usually clip a little piece of an extra paper and I'll stick it over the mistake and fix it. So this part is a little bit of a process because I'm obviously doing all the shapes. And filling in bigger spaces with the paint markers is a little bit of work. You don't want to press too hard because you'll rip through the page and you'll put like too much paint on it and it'll get wet, and that'll be a problem too. So you just have to just lightly color it. And it doesn't color with the same kind of full stroke as a regular marker or a Tombow brush pen do. But I think it was worth it in the end. I really, really liked the way this came out. Even though I was kind of hoping you guys would pick the mushroom theme, I am really happy with how this one came out. So now I'm starting to do the shapes for the top of the day boxes, and then I'm going to write the days of the week and the date over them. I didn't really plan this out ahead of time, so I actually probably should have made those black lines on the left and right instead of the top and bottom of the boxes. But here's the great thing about paint pens is that you can do a layer, let it dry, and then do another layer over it. And so I was able to get rid of a lot of the line behind it. And now we're almost to the end. I always go back to the beginning and write down the name of the month with the colors and font that I used. And then if you have anything, you bring it over and put it in your calendar for the month. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, maybe share with your friends, especially if they're going back to school this month. This is a really good way to have a creative outlet and to keep track of things. And there's all kinds of bullet journalers on YouTube and all kinds of layouts they can use. It doesn't have to be like mine. Yeah, thanks. I'll see you again soon. Bye.